My name is Adewumi Olukomobo.
My name is Marianne Orobola Ojo.
I am Emmanuel Itinoluwa Oladapo.
My name is Eniola Omaboni Fonohomi Idris, also known as Go-To-Nuts.
Okay, my name is Tumilola Favor Michael.
My name is Damilola Henry Olabi.
My journey so far has been eye-opening and very fulfilling. As a young girl growing up, I really enjoyed taking care of people and supporting them in any way I can. And what better way do I have than to go into nursing and show my care and support to people? So far, I first of all want to thank God that the journey went well. Challenges came, the tough times came, the times I cried, the time I was happy. Everything came and it went well. So
My journey so far as a student nurse has been a very good one. It had helped me to grow. It had made me to see the need for being dedicated, being compassionate, and being focused and being driven.
My journey so far has been very interesting. I mean, coming into the university itself and not understanding the demand or what it would take to be a nurse. I mean, I just came knowing I wanted to be a nurse. From then to where I am now, the journey has been very, very interesting. I mean, every day you learn something new and you begin to understand how you as a person can help to save lives or even be a much more important part of your society as a whole.
my journey so far through nursing school has been very interesting and very exciting. Coming from a place where I did not particularly know what I wanted to study, I always knew I wanted something that had to do with healthcare, but I didn't know what exactly. So it's been very interesting from 100 level to 100 level. The very first few years were very challenging in 100 and 200 level, but thank God I had community. I had a strong support system, and I found out early on what I really wanted. I mean, I found passion along the line while studying. So it's been a very interesting journey so far. I'm very satisfied and very happy.
My journey so far in nursing school has been an amazing one. And funnily, I didn't start with nursing science. When I got into Adewumi University, I started out studying medical laboratory science. It was after a year in medical laboratory science that I befriended a person in nursing school, and I went through their coursework. After going through their coursework in nursing, I realized that nursing is not just about the acts, the skills, being compassionate and being caring. It has medical knowledge backing it up. So there is no action we take as nurses that we do not have scientific rationale behind those actions.
My journey so far has been very memorable. I've had my highs, I've had my lows. Starting from my 100 level to my 500 level, I have faced academic fatigue. I have faced emotional stress, physical stress, but I have pulled through.
My most memorable experience as a student nurse should be during my first clinical posting. I was not very well informed of everything going on in the clinical setting then, although I had the excitement, but I had little to no knowledge of how things were done in the clinical settings. So we got into the ward and there was an emergency. The nurse on duty called on to me. She said, "Oh, this is your first posting, right?" I said, "Yes." Then she told me that, "Don't worry, you can still be very useful. This is an emergency. Follow my instructions. Do what I tell you. This man's life is in your hands and nothing must happen to him." Then we went through the emergency trying to resuscitate the man. And thank God that the man was resuscitated. But during the whole process, I realized that nursing is not child's play. People's lives depend on me, depends on my skills, my knowledge, my abilities, and I really cannot afford to mess this up or let people down.
My memorable experience, the most memorable experience I had during my first clinical posting, and it happened that I just got to a new ward, and as I entered, it was the labor ward. As I entered, there was a lot of things going on. I don't have an understanding of how things are being done, so I was just standing at a side, and then a pregnant woman came in. She has been in labor for a while, and as she came inside, her baby was literally dropping from her, and the baby almost fell to the floor. I was shocked that how could something like this happen, but the staff nurse saved the baby from falling. So I thought at that moment that what if I had the right knowledge, the adequate skills to do something about that? It was like a moment of chaos. But what if I had the right thing? I know the right thing to do to contain the chaos.
The most memorable experience for me would be the first clinical experience, because up to that point, we really wanted to go for a clinical experience. We wanted to know what it would feel like to work as a nurse, or more or less integrate the practical application of our theoretical knowledge. And it really didn't feel like something that was going to happen, but then it did happen, and it was a very nice experience. It was the best.
The most memorable experience for me during my study as a nurse would be, there's just a lot, so it's very hard to pick one specific experience, but one that really comes to mind right now is the day that we became registered nurses. I remember like all the moments leading up to them announcing that we had 100% pass mark. There was a lot of tension in the room. I was so tensed up. I think results were meant to come out on Monday. We later got the news on Wednesday or Thursday. So my heart was literally out of my body waiting to hear the results. So the moment I heard that it was 100% pass mark and I was now a registered nurse, there was a lot of screaming, crying, jumping. It was just a lot of emotions, and it's a day that I'm not going to forget in a hurry or even forget at all. Very memorable.
Okay, so my memorable experience in nursing school was the first day in my first clinical posting, where as I got to the ward, the nurse just told me, attend to that patient. And of course, I went to the patient, I checked the file, and I found out that this is not something I've done before. So honestly, I went back to the nurse. I told her that I would need an assistance, and she gladly helped me. And looking at that now and comparing that situation to now, all I see is growth.
My most memorable experience has been my clinical experiences. Getting hands-on experience at the hospital, getting to relate with patients, seeing patients recover and some not recovering, but that has been it's been a bittersweet experience for me.
The key challenges I faced as a student nurse, I think, is what every student can relate to, which revolves around the long hours we have in classes, the deadlines we have to meet with assignments, presentations, projects, then the clinical hours, the stress that comes with the clinical settings. That's the challenges I faced.
I feel like the key challenge I faced as a student nurse is juggling students, or like juggling being a student with having a life or a social life outside nursing school. For nursing students, if you are not going for one assignment, you are going to another test, another exam, or you are on clinical posting. So over the time, it can be quite overwhelming, and you having to know what to do at the right time, how to do your thing, so that one thing or one assignment will not crash into another one, is a key challenge as a nursing student.
I think one of the key challenges for me would be academics, because every new semester there is something new to learn, something new to apply. And I mean, at times, when you're getting introduced to something entirely new, it was a major challenge.
One of the challenges I faced while studying nursing is being able to balance my life as a student with like me as a friend, as a sister, as an entrepreneur, and all other aspects of my life. Nursing is a course that is very demanding. So one of the biggest challenges I even faced was in 200, 300 level. Just being able to come up higher and do more, like academically, to study more, to keep up with the assignments and the workloads. It was very challenging at first, but I think from 400 level, 300 level, I was able to settle down, and I really got it right at the end of the day.
Okay, so one of the challenges I faced as a student nurse in nursing school is public speaking. So if you are a nursing student or you're aspiring to be a nurse, we are always doing presentations, always standing in front of the crowd, always standing in front of the people, always doing seminars. So due to my nature of being shy, it was new to me. So I had to face that challenge of standing in front of the crowd, of speaking in front of people, and public speaking was my main challenge.
The key challenges I have faced as a nursing student, I have faced physical stress, I have faced emotional stress, I have faced trying to balance my academic life with my social life, but I found a way to adapt throughout the period of my program.
What I did to overcome these challenges are, first thing I did was learn how to plan, which is also time management. I learned how to plan every single thing I had to do. I had support from everywhere I could get it from my classmates, from my lecturers, from my siblings, my parents, my family in general, and everybody I basically could reach out to for support.
I feel like I overcame that by managing my time adequately, like managing my time well by being dedicated, knowing what to do at the right time, like setting boundaries and giving priorities to things. It has helped me to overcome not having a life outside of nursing.
I overcame them by keeping in mind that the reason for the academics is to help you understand more or understand better how to practically apply the knowledge you're gaining. So the theoretical itself would help you in the practical aspect, so that you won't just be a nurse that knows how to do things, but then you'll be a nurse that understands the reasons why those things are done the way they are done. And that itself motivated me and pushed me to want to learn more and want to do better.
So I was able to overcome all the challenges that I went through in nursing school because I had a good support system. One thing I always say is, to study nursing, you need a community of people, you need a backup system. It's going to be very hard for you to do such a profession as this without having a strong system, without having a strong community of people. And that's something that I've been so blessed to have. So I had my parents, I had my siblings, I had my friends, my classmates, my lecturers supporting all the way. And even more importantly, I was able to remove the sense of dependency that I had on myself. I always thought I was capable, but I shifted the focus from myself and moved it to God. So I would say me being able to depend on God for my strength is one of the ways that I was able to overcome all the challenges that I had all through nursing school.
So how I overcame the struggle of speaking in a public place is that the more I was exposed to it, the better I grew at it, the better I became, the more I was exposed, and I didn't shy away. There are some times where we do presentations and we are asked to choose. I didn't shy away from coming out to do the presentations, and now I know that at least I'm better of doing it.
Okay, I overcame these challenges through the help of my mentors, through the help of my friends, and through the help of my classmates as they helped me to pull through in this journey.
I am really excited to be inducted into the nursing profession, and Induction for me is not just a ceremony or celebration. This means it is a bigger step into the real world. It is a bigger step into achieving my dreams. It's a bigger step into real life, basically.
My excitement about induction, I am excited to be inducted into the nursing profession. It's one of the stones that I need to step on as I go on in life. But then I feel like being inducted is more or less like a responsibility than me being overly excited about it. Because the Nursing and Midwifery Council that is inducting me would expect that I would work as a standard nurse, like as to their standard as a nurse. And my school would expect that I would not drag their name in the mud anywhere I go to. My parents are looking to me as their own personal nurse. Even God is looking to me to be a honest and God-fearing nurse. So it's more of responsibility driven than being overly excited. But either ways, I am excited. I'm going to be a certified nurse.
My excitement about induction is that, we spent years working as a student nurse, and finally we get to be nurses. No longer a student nurse, but we actually get to be nurses. We actually get to, take care of our patients and do what we've always wanted to do.
I'm very excited about induction. It's quite obvious that I'm very excited. For me, this induction is not just an event or a ceremony. It's a testament of my hard work, my resilience, and my grit, showing and coming to limelight. It's a testimony that I really did it. I'm here now, a registered nurse. I'm here now as a professional. And I would say this success is not just mine alone. It's success of every other person that has believed in me, that has trusted me, or that has even hoped or keyed into, me and all that I stand for.
Okay, so induction is a significant milestone for me. And I'm now leaving the four corners of the classroom. I'm going into the world to use every skill I've gotten for the past 5 years in nursing school. Now I've learned how to work with a team. I've learned resilience. I've learned determination. Times where it's like this is a close end, it's about to end, but I get to brazen up myself, and I'm just happy that now I can practice everything I've learned.
I'm very excited for my induction, as it is a first step in my nursing career. And to me, it's not just a ceremony, but it's my first step into the real world of actually practicing nursing.
First of all, I give all thanks to God Almighty. I thank Him for being God, basically. I want to thank the founder for following up with his dream to own a university. Thank you very, very much, sir. You've given me the opportunity to be a nurse through this university. And I want to thank the Vice Chancellor. Thank you so much, ma, for being a great leader and for leading this school to greater heights. To my lecturers, I wouldn't have been able to go through this journey of a student nurse without your help, your support, your guidance. Thank you so much, my lecturers. Then to my amazing classmates, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for the support. Despite the fact that at times we fight, we don't get along, you guys have been the best, and I appreciate you guys. To my family, my parents, my siblings, thank you all so much for giving me listening ears, for always coming through for me every time, meeting my needs, always giving me money. Thank you very much. To my fellow students of Thomas Adewumi University, I want you to know that there is nothing you cannot achieve. As long as you set your mind to it, you can achieve it. Thank you all so much for being on this journey with me. Thank you.
I want to thank the founder for bringing up this university. It takes a lot of insight and wisdom to build a university that is this good. I want to thank the VC for leading us right. I want to thank my lecturers. They've gone out of their way to treat us as their own children, as family. And I want to thank my classmates, my colleagues. They've been very helpful. My classmate they've been very, very helpful. And I want to thank everyone that has contributed in one way or another in my journey of being a nurse. I want to say thank you very much.
My gratitude goes to the founder of the university for creating a university that is dedicated to bringing out the best of the best in people. And my shout out also goes to all my lecturers, honestly, because in the faculty we function as a family unit, and they carry us along, and they treat us like we are their own children. So my shout out goes to every single one of them.
I would like to first give thanks to God for how far He has brought me. This particular word of scripture has been my anchor all through nursing school, and it is, now unto Him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly more than I can ask, think, or imagine. To Him be all the glory now and forevermore. God has been very faithful to me, and I just thank God for how far He has brought me. I also thank my friends, my colleagues. I want to say thank you to my parents. I have the best parents in the world and the best siblings in the world as well. So my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fonomi Idris, I love you guys so much, and I'm so thankful for your help and your support. Same goes to my siblings and all of my classmates and friends. Thank you for your support, and God bless you. I want to speak to every nursing student out there. If you have a dream, pursue it, pour into it, nurture it, because one day it will come alive.
I'm grateful to God for the opportunity for being alive and having a sound mind. And also, I'm grateful to the founder of the institution for establishing an institution where I can come to study. Also, I appreciate the Vice Chancellor for giving us the opportunity to explore, not just in nursing science, but in other spheres of life. And also, I'm grateful to God for my classmates. Yeah, they are the best classmates ever. I'm really grateful to God because they've been there. We've worked together. We've gone through struggles, pains, and we are fine. And then I'm grateful to God for my parents too. They've really helped me. They've assisted me. They've been there financially. They've been there emotionally. They've been there physically for me. Shout out to my friends. Shout out to my parents. Shout out to my brother.
I am grateful for God in this journey. I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for my lecturers. I'm especially grateful for my classmates for helping me throughout this journey. We've had our highs, we've had our lows, we've had our memorable moments, we've had our happy times, we've had our sad times, and all in all, I am very, very grateful for